The second week of this year's NRL's final series definitely did not live up to the first, but it has set up one hell of a weekend. It has made these preliminary finals just that much more unpredictable. We have the grand final rematch for a spot in the grand final for the second year running, and it was only a year ago where Penrith upset the Melbourne Storm, and I've got a feeling that South Sydney may be able to do it again. And then, of course, in the other preliminary final, the Parramatta Eels are playing, and that makes that just as unpredictable. But two dominant performances, two teams who've had a week off. It is going to be a blockbuster, so let's not screw around. Let's get straight into the tipping. But guys and gals, before we get any more into the video, please smash that like button if you enjoy it. Comment your thoughts down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It is completely free and you can always unsubscribe later. So just smash that button right now. But let's get straight back into the video. And let's go. Friday night, the Cowboys hosting the Eels. The Eels have won just 2 of 14 games in Townsville. The Eels are expected to make no changes to their side, while the Eels, Tom Opacek, he'll be out for the rest of the season. Niokore, he's probably likely to replace him in the centres, and Nathan Brown will return to the bench. So, like I said in the intro, very hard to tip a Parramatta Eels game. It's been the case all year, especially at this point. I mean, they definitely were disappointing 2 weeks ago. I know the Moses concussion didn't help them too much, but last week, that was probably their best performance of the season. They destroyed the Canberra Raiders, and look, the Raiders, they were never in that match, but the Eels, they moved that ball beautifully, and they got the job done. So, this is probably the more unpredictable match because I honestly have no idea. The only meeting these two sides have had was earlier this year in Cairns when it was the Cowboys that absolutely destroyed the Parramatta Eels. Crazy to think that one of these teams are going to be in the grand final. The Cowboys, look, if you had predicted them in the top 8, people laughed at you. If anyone predicted them to come in the prelim, then they're as smart as the dude who kept Lockie Ilias over Adam Reynolds, because I don't think anyone, not even Todd Payton, could have predicted this at the start of the season. The Eels, after so many ups and downs, I think many of us wrote them off this year. I didn't, because I knew Parramatta would always come back to haunt me. I have no idea who's going to win this one. This is going to be an absolute cracker, but I am going to tip the... Yeah, sorry gang. If you want to hear my tip, then come over to Sam Revel's YouTube channel later tonight. Myself, Sam, and Entertain House will be going through this game, previewing it. It's at 6:30 PM tonight on Sam Revel's YouTube channel, so go check it out, and I'll give you my tip there. And by the end of the video, I will, guys, obviously let you know my tip, but I'm going to save it for that video because I feel like that is the right thing to do. But this is the match. This is the blockbuster, the grand final rematch for a spot in the grand final. We saw it last year. Penrith upset Melbourne after losing to them in the premiership decider. South Sydney have the chance to do the same thing. Penrith, it is expected that Charlie Staines will come in for Taylor May. The Rabbitohs, Havili, he's set to be ruled out. Johnston is likely to be named, and Jackson Polo, he will replace Alex Johnson if he's unfit, but I'm sure Johnston will be playing because he needs a few more tries. The fun fact about this game is, despite how good Penrith have been, there's a bit of poetry. There's a feeling in the air that the Rabbitohs can get the job done. They beat the Sharks very easily last week, and I've got a feeling that history might repeat itself. Latrell Mitchell has lost just one finals game in his career, and that was all the way back in 2017. He's had to watch the Rabbitohs lose to Penrith the past 2 final series. Yeah, no, he's going to be out for revenge. He's got bad blood. They're using Kick-Out singing Glory, Glory as fuel for revenge if they didn't need any more motivation. This game is going to be an absolute cracker. I tipped Penrith at the start of both the final series and the season that they would be the premiers, and if it wasn't for that, I may lean towards a Rabbitohs upset, but I'm going to stick with the Penrith Panthers. If they can get pressured though, I think the Rabbitohs can do a job. The Rabbitohs are the better team in form. I know I've said all year that I think Penrith are out and out the best team in the comp, and I still believe that. But if anyone can knock them off at this time of the year, it's going to be the Rabbitohs. If Penrith win and it's the Eels, that'll be a cracking game, but I still think we would all expect the Panthers to win. But I feel like this is the stepping block. This is the hurdle Penrith have to jump. The Rabbitohs, they'll be fired up. They've played some brilliant football. They dispatched of the Roosters so easily, conceding 0 points with 11 men. And they destroyed the Sharks after coming off such a physical game. So there's something about the Bunnies, I tell ya, but I'm going to stick with Penrith. Nathan Cleary proved how good he was. They're going to take some stopping. I mean, as much as I'm trying to build up the Rabbitohs win, they're going to have to play the game of the season to have a chance, to have a sniff of knocking off Penrith. So I'm going to stick with the Penrith Panthers 1-12. Guys, if you want to hear my tip, make sure to check out Sam Revel's YouTube channel with myself, Entertain House, and Mr. Revel himself. That'll be on his YouTube channel, 6:30 p.m, and I'm going to reveal my tip for Friday night's game there. For this game, for the Saturday night grand final rematch, I'm going to take Penrith 1-12 with no confidence in the world. Guys, thank you so much for watching my tipping video. Next week, the last one of the year before the World Cup, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. It is completely free. Comment your predictions for this weekend down below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to smash that like button.